a whole new Paimon after. Still, spending time. The Kaholasaurs. Oh, and Atea's snacks were yelling at some kids.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this is.
Glad you like it.
Hey, Moalani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden War.
And Kachina? Is she...
Kachina fell in battle. But don't worry, the team was victorious.
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and...
Exactly. She deserves to hold her head up high.
Alright, thanks for letting me know. Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there. Had me think...
Moalani, you said the Abyss was cut. Like, think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. If they're real... not that Paimon...
Relax, I get it. At a glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is total destruction. But through our long history of fighting the Abyss, 500 years ago, the Abyss invaded Teyvat. That's right. Conria suffered greatly, and Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds. Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by danger. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe. Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for... We now believe the Abyss has invaded the Night Kingdom. And has the...
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning.
Yes. And that's why we've been unable to fully... Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various Pyro Arc. Now every tribe is prospering.
You must have had to sacrifice...
Every battle. Responsibility, but I believe to think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations. It's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know? We have to. Not only... Anyway, let's head to the stadium. The sea's not going...
Whoa, this place is packed up.
Of course. No one's gonna miss... Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes...
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kanich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident.
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here's got some tricks up her sleeve, by the way.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy. Come on, let's find a spot with a good... Let's go somewhere higher up.
Warriors of Natlan, we are the inherit. Those who grew alongside, those who forged our... That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation!
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom.
What?
What?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But something went wrong.
What's going on? This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the... Think about it. Since the Archon couldn't find...
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat.
Pathetic.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We can...
Maybe you did. But who's to say whether that little girl even... Why would the YUB recognize someone like her? Even if she was on the winning team.
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to...
Calm down, Mulan. There's no point arguing with the likes of them.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person...
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly...
That's true. Maybe the YUB interprets...
I mean, that girl didn't look...
Kachina wouldn't have run. That's.
No! She's been waiting for this, no matter how daunting this... We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an
Fine. We'll find out what...
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's... However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. To prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend...
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth. If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly.
No,
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question.
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any... I know you said you were investigating the situation, but...
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue... So, what do you say?
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see...
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you... Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep... Once again, I apologize.
Did she?
I believe she did.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's... Until we find and address...
And that means Kachina...
That's correct. Not until the...
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting. She wasn't afraid of death because whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step. Sit peacefully and wait for...
That's not fair.
It's all right. Believe me, I want to bring her back, but please, hear what I have to say so I can at least... Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss...
You mean...
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of... If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to... But if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale...
If we compare the two choices... Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Molly. The raw truth can be cruel.
But what would you say, Mualani?
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to.
You're saying it doesn't matter.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart.
And that is the crux of the problem. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make to prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else. We need to Then, we have to find another way. I understand your anger, Mualani.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second.
I owe you an apology, Archon.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars.
I've considered that, but the two events, without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage with fewer participants, the amount of
So, essentially, the Abyss...
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels. Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. Your sense of self will be devoured. Imagine pouring a cup of... I won't sugarcoat it. That...
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these... You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her.
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her.
I failed to protect her during our campaign.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you, and the Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can extract... If we can find Kachina's ancient name, then comes the hard part. You need to visit the...
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of soul?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go. However, know that the Night Kingdom will...
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new.
So, Hyman's the...
Lali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact. It was originally used as...
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can, but your fellowship and courage are what will truly decide the success of this operation. Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only focus on one thing at a time, after all. Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's...
Why?
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the...
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone, perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some music.
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. It embodies fond memories and my...
I didn't think this day would come so soon. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot... But don't worry. This talisman means...
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of contending fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage, is it?
You're right. Even now, the production of contending fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in, as things stand. The pilgrimage is... The Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan.
We can't let the
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destroyed... But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued...
Another simple choice.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice... Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred...
You mean?
Yes. The sacred flame must never go out. Not so until our heroes are ready.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus...
Don't let desperation cloud your... Those chosen by the Wyab have already embarked on all we can do.
Even so, for you to make the...
If not me, then I possess great strength. But I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking! Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here,
Yeah. And
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. But I'm sure the captain has his own.
whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they
No. We're running out of. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time. Besides, I'm sure you noticed. The power that came.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the cap.
Of course, I'll head out right now.
Yes. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in it. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in.
is everything okay,
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power.
Should we go back and check what's going?
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name,
Okay, let's just keep